In our previous videos, we explored how walking brings balance to our body and mind. But the balance of life is not only about the steps we take today. For thousands of years, humanity has tried to understand life itself. How did the first life begin? Now, we are diving deeper into this journey, into the magical world of mythology, searching for the origins of life. Are you ready? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. We wish you a wonderful viewing experience. What is life? And how did the first life begin? This question has been asked since the very beginning of humanity. Philosophers have pondered it, scientists have researched it, poets have written about it. Yet the answer has always been told in different ways throughout history. Science tells us that life began billions of years ago through evolutionary processes. But long before that, people tried to explain this mystery with myths, epics, and the stories of the gods. On Sumerian tablets, we read about why the gods created humans. In Greek myths, we see Gaia born from chaos and Prometheus shaping mankind. Hindu mythology views life as an eternal cycle. And in Turkish legends, we encounter humans emerging from the sacred tree of life. Today, we will explore how life began in these four great cultures. And perhaps, we will hear the answer once again, through the language of myths. One of the oldest civilizations in human history, the Sumerians. On their clay tablets were written fascinating stories about the birth of the universe and the origin of mankind. According to the Sumerians, in the beginning there was chaos. The symbol of this chaos was the goddess of the endless waters, Tiamat. Tiamat represented the primeval seas, darkness, and limitless power. The universe had not yet found order. Everything was in confusion. Then the gods began to establish order. Among them stood an important figure, Enki, the god of wisdom and water. Enki's role was not only to bring balance to the universe, but also to create humankind. Legend says that Enki combined earth and water and shaped the first human out of clay. He gave it life. But behind this creation there was no romantic or poetic purpose. Humans were created to make the work of the gods easier. For the gods had grown weary, the task of ordering the cosmos was heavy, and they needed a being to share this burden. So, in Sumerian mythology, the birth of humanity was not a sacred mission, but rather a necessity. We came into existence as the helpers, the servants of the gods. And this perspective tells us something very different. For the Sumerians, the meaning of life was to serve the gods, and the value of a human was measured by how useful they were to them. According to Greek mythology, at the very beginning of the universe there was only chaos. An endless void, shapeless, dark, and formless. From this chaos, the first two powers were born, Gaia, the Earth Mother, and Uranus, the sky. Gaia symbolized the source of life, fertility, and abundance. Uranus represented the vastness of the heavens. Together, they began to bring order to the world. Mountains, seas, stars, everything was born from their union. But when it came to the creation of humankind, a different figure entered the stage, Prometheus. Prometheus, one of the Titans, was known as the creator of mankind. According to legend, he mixed earth and water and shaped the first human out of clay. Yet Prometheus was not satisfied. Humans were weak and fragile, and they needed something to protect them. So he secretly stole fire from the gods and gave it to humankind. This fire was not only for warmth or cooking food. It was also the symbol of knowledge, reason, and civilization. But this daring act drew the wrath of the gods. Zeus chained Prometheus in punishment, and mankind, too, was burdened with suffering. For in the eyes of the gods, humans had become beings who had overstepped their bounds. According to Greek myth, humans are strong because of the divine gift of fire. But at the same time, we are cursed because of it. We are the heirs of both the love and the anger of the gods. According to Hindu mythology, at the beginning of the universe there was Brahmanda, the cosmic egg. This egg contained both nothingness and the potential for all existence within it. One day, this cosmic egg split into two. The upper half became the sky, the lower half became the earth, and from it emerged Brahma, the creator god. Brahma first created time, then the heavens, the mountains, the rivers, and arranged all living beings. But in Hindu mythology, life is not limited to creation alone. At its heart lie two ancient laws, karma and dharma. Karma determines the result of every action. Dharma reminds us of the sacred duties of life. Humans are a small but essential part of this cosmic order. For each birth carries the traces of a previous life. A person dies, is reborn, and lives again. This cycle, samsara, continues endlessly, like the breath of the universe. Thus, in Hindu mythology, life is a cycle without beginning and without end. We are but travelers, souls journeying briefly within this eternal wheel. And the ultimate goal is to transcend this cycle and reach moksha, liberation, true freedom. According to Turkish mythology, in the beginning there was nothing. No earth, no sky, no mountains, no humans. The only thing that stretched into infinity was an endless sea of water. Above these vast waters, in the highest realm of the heavens, sat the great god Kairaha. Kairaha gazed into the silence of the universe, and the deep stillness weighed heavily upon him. So he breathed the breath of life into the waters. At that very moment, the first spark appeared. The waters stirred, and the heart of the universe beat for the very first time. From this power of life, Kairaha created the sacred tree of life, rising toward the heavens. Its branches reached the 9 layers of the sky, while its roots sunk deep into the unseen depths. This tree was not just a plant. It was the source of all beings, the fountain of all life. According to Turkish epics, humans emerged from this sacred tree. They were born from its branches, breathed through its leaves, and drew strength from its roots. Thus, humanity was not merely a part of nature, it was accepted as the very child of nature itself. In Turkish mythology, the beginning of life is told through water and the tree. Water is equal to the essence of life. Tree is equal to the continuity of existence. And humans are the sacred bond between the two. That is why in Turkish culture, water is sacred and trees are sacred. A single drop of water is respected, and cutting down a tree is seen as a sin. For life begins with nature and continues with nature. And perhaps this is why the message whispered by Turkish myths is still valid today. To protect nature is, in truth, to protect our own life. In Sumerian mythology, humans were created as servants, meant to ease the burden of the gods. In Greek mythology, humans became strong through Prometheus' gift of fire, but because of it, they also suffered the wrath of the gods, making them beings both sacred and cursed. Hindu mythology tells us that humans are part of the eternal wheel of the universe, reborn and dying again and again, a fragment of the cosmic cycle. And in Turkish mythology, humans emerged from the sacred tree of life, bound to water and earth, recognized as the children of nature. 4 different cultures give 4 different answers to the same question. Yet they all point to one truth. Life is not ordinary. It has a sacred beginning. Today, we explored how life began in different cultures, from Sumerian to Greek, from Hindu to Turkish mythology. Which of these stories do you think is closest to the truth? Share your thoughts in the comments below. In our next episode, we will dive deeper into Sumerian mythology. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss the detailed stories to come.